Okay, so today I'm going to be doing the ultimate guide on how to get LR EZA Goku. I thought this would be a good time to do this video because EZA Goku is dropping on Global Dokkan Battle on Christmas Day. So I'm going to go through the units that you need in order to complete this event, how I actually got the units that you need to complete this event, and the team build itself in order to beat the Extreme Z area of the LR Goku event. Now, I wasn't going to do this, but shoutouts to Ibrahim in my comment sections for suggesting this video. I thought since I haven't really done a video on this, because usually I just do the showcase of the EZA unit itself, and not the actual guide on how to beat the Extreme Z area, you know, this video is the one video solves all kind of thing. So to start things off, we are going to be looking at the Extreme Z area event itself, which is dropping on the 25th of December for Global. This is really good for anybody that's new to the game. So if you're a JP player, this is still valuable information if you haven't done the EZA Goku event. Now, you will need 6 cards in order to complete this event, and you must have all 6, which is the EZA of LR Goku Black, EZA of Cooler, EZA of Lord Slug, EZA of the Android 13, EZA of Frieza, and EZA Raditz. I'm going to go through briefly how to get every single card and the team build that I use to Extreme Z Awaken these units. And if you don't know how to beat this LR EZA Goku event, your friend has to be AGL Cooler. So the best team setup is AGL Cooler as your own leader. He's an all types leader for 50% and 2 key, which is good enough. Boosts everyone in this roster. Then, you know, have everybody else on the team. That's pretty much it. And you just got to get lucky and not take any super attacks against type disadvantage. You should be okay to survive. So let's start it off with EZA Raditz. Now, I'm pretty sure Global will release all these events out at the same time. So you shouldn't be using keys, but if you have to use keys, that's no problem. But I'm pretty sure they release all the events before the EZA comes out. And quickly, these are all the units that you will be needing. I'm going to put gameplay on the right of the screen so that you can see the gameplay of how I completed the event. This one's a little bit weird because on the JP side of Dokkan Battle, I didn't have all the necessary cards. I just did it on JP just because it was just more convenient for me. So what I would recommend, if you have all the free-to-play cards access to you, you run Nappa as your own leader. He's a 70% physical type leader. Now, it doesn't boost every single character, but you don't really need to boost every single character because you just really run LR Krillin, and if you need a guide on how to beat LR Krillin, I'm pretty sure I made a video on that a long time ago. So you run LR Krillin, you run 8-bit Goku, which you can farm at any point with keys, especially with 8-bit Goku. And then if you do have the World's Tournament Kaioken Goku, then run that. So you want to run as many physical units since Raditz is Int, and then you need to run Int Raditz and Int Nappa from the story event. Each EZA requires a few cards that you must run. For those that don't know how an EZA area works. And you can just go on the Dokkan Battle Wiki, just search up the event, and then it will tell you which events that you need to complete every single stage on every single difficulty. So this one requires the Saiyan Warrior Race story event, and then the Low Class Warriors Raditz Pride story event. And usually, the story events that are needed to be completed every single difficulty coincides with the required units here. These are optional, but these two are required. Then just run tanky units for the remaining units, ones that can take a hit from Raditz, essentially. You don't want to run any tech units. That's Int Raditz, pretty simple there. And of course, if you have any further questions, and if you have any difficulties, you can always join the Discord. We have a Dokkan channel. We have a Dokkan team building page where you can just, like, ask for help, and I'm sure a good member of our Discord community could help you out on building a team. But I'm just giving you the brief stuff. Now, we have Int Frieza, which actually goes with same as AGL Cooler since they're from the same event. It's actually very, very easy, especially for veteran players. I'm sure if you're a veteran player by now and you have some of the LRs that are required in this, you probably don't need help. But how I ran it at the time, I had Metal Cooler as the leader. He's not the best leader for this. Pretty much his Wicked Bloodlines units. And you will need to have AGL Cooler and Int Frieza. The good thing about this event is that there's no required story events that are needed to complete at every single stage. The Frieza is farmed from the Physical Frieza Dokkan event, and then the AGL Cooler is from the Barbershop. And then the medals required from various Dokkan events, since they both have Fierce Battle. Now, for the leader, I recommend, even though you're versing, you know, if you're versing AGL Cooler, AGL. Still run the Mecha Frieza and King Cold. They don't really hit too hard, so the one thing you want to know is that Cooler has less HP, but does higher damage, while I believe Frieza has more HP, but does lower damage. So that's all you have to really know about the event. And then you would run Metal Cooler, LR Frieza, even non-Easy 8. I don't think it makes sense that you can run Easy 8 Frieza anyway on this event before farming LR Easy 8 Goku, so yeah. Make sure you run LR Frieza, even non-Easy 8 is still very good. Then you run the required cards, AGL, Cooler, and Frieza. And then I ran the Universe Survival Saga AGL Frieza, which is good for lowering attack, because you can debuff these enemies. If you're having troubles with the Int Frieza, you can run the Super Strike Mecha Frieza or King Cold. That helps a lot. But this is a universal team that will also be AGL Cooler. So yeah, one team for 2 characters, which is great. So we can move on to the next card. Makes it easier for this guide. Yo, hopefully you guys are enjoying the video so far. This is probably a good time. If you haven't already, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Just double check that you are subscribed, because YouTube might be doing some funny business, and it helps me out on the algorithm if you commented something funny. Not only is it free for you guys, but you guys are supporting me as a channel. And if you don't like my content in the future, you can unsubscribe at any point. No bad blood included. Only 55% of the people that watch these videos are subscribed, so let's bump that up. And you guys are in the 45%. What are you doing? You're missing out on great content, something that you should not miss. So also click the bell button next to the subscribe button so that you don't miss out any content. But anyway, thank you guys for supporting me. Let's get back into the video. We have the Android 13. He's actually from the... So in order to get this guy, he's from the barbershop. He has like a few Dokkan Awakening paths, and then you awaken it with the medals required in the story event. I'm pretty sure Dokkan lets you know which stages to farm. If not, just, you know, Google it. It's pretty easy. And then in order to get him into the TUR form, you need the Ultimate Clash medals, which is from Ultimate Clash. You don't really need too much, so I think like first 2 stages and you'll be good. And then in order to farm these Easy A medals, it's from this Fierce Battle Saga Extreme Z Battle event. And all you need to run, I'm not going to have any gameplay for this because it's pretty simple. It's just the Ginyu Force does extra damage. So very, very good. They're farmable every single day, so you should be fine with that one. It's definitely a long process, but if you've been playing when these guys come out at the initial date, it should be, you shouldn't have too much troubles. But I understand. It's a lot of workload for brand new players, and I can see that. But the most important thing, just take your time, have fun with the game, of course. Moving on, we have Lord Slug here, which is the second last required unit to have on the team. This one is fairly easy, which is why I didn't really do a guide on this, because the actual required characters needed for free-to-play is pretty much just, you know, there's not even there's like a perfect amount of units in order to actually run this event. The good thing is, if you have the STR Krillin Awakened, he becomes a better leader. The gameplay footage that I'm showing you right now, I actually ran a 5-team build, and I had to run one Saberman because I didn't have this Int Goku at the time, which was a barbershop exclusive unit. But now you should just run STR Krillin as the leader with Lord Slug. It doesn't matter if he's Easy 8 or not. With every single Extreme Z area, you can like partially awaken a character, so then it gets gradually easier. I think that's a great strategy for people that are struggling. Just gradually grow your characters instead of focusing on one stage. Like maybe do Z hard on both stages, Extreme Z awaken partial bits of the character, and then move on to super difficulty. You definitely run LR Krillin. So if you haven't done LR Krillin's Prime Battle, you should definitely work on that very quickly. And then STR Kaioken Goku, you'd run the Tech Piccolo. Although he's not really useful through passive, his lowering attack is really nice. And then the Int Gohan as well for lowering attack. And you would have to run Lord Slug and Kaioken Goku. And you only have to complete one story event fully in order to unlock this stage. And then finally, which I think is probably the hardest one for you guys, especially for new players that only have free-to-play units and haven't summoned whatsoever, and that is the Easy A Goku. Like, I think if you do not have the blue Goku from the 50th anniversary, I think it's almost impossible for you guys to complete it. You would be running a Saberman, because there's a perfect amount of units, free-to-play units, in order to make a full team. So you're going to be running physical Trunks here. which is an all types leader, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. Then you run Goku Black as the leader. He's a time travelers leader, and most of these characters are time travelers, except I think Super Saiyan Blue Goku. But he's better than a Saiyaman regardless. So you run LR Vegito as well. You would have the Blue Goku. Then you'd be running STR Trunks from the story event. I forgot what story event it is. I think it's like one of the Future Saga ones. And then you'd be running SR Merge Zamasu and SR Goku Black. Now, of course, if you summon any of these characters, which hopefully you have, because then it makes it so much easier. I had to run it really RNG heavy. And you're obviously seeing the gameplay on the right. And if you have like your own physical Trunks, that's really good. Any STR units in the team is perfect. Makes the run so much easier. And then LR, Trunks and Mime makes this even more easier. So that is the guide. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. I know this doesn't cater to everyone. I'm probably going to have a second upload today as well around 9 p.m. EST. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also with notifications so you get notified when I upload. Check out all my social medias down below. Discord's in there, so if you have any more troubles, you can ask other community members for some help. And leave a like on this video if you haven't already. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. It's been Jay Fanta, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, stay healthy, stay safe, stay fizzy. Peace out.